So, oh, I am HT or Mr. Olives or Jesus, depending how well you know me or how close you can get to me. Welcome. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope the week is not too bad for everybody. Hope everybody's existing, being who you truly are. Hopefully, if not, you know, I get it. Sometimes you gotta set on fire just to understand, right? But anyways, welcome to episode 15 of HT speaking to himself. And before I go any further, I just need to make sure the volume is good. I am a solo man. Give everybody a day off. Sometimes you just got to cleanse real quick, And today we're doing a little bit of that. Like I said, it's just me today, as you can see. You know what I mean? Obviously, as you could tell, you know, we're having some fun, or I was having some fun before I turned on the camera. So, yeah, welcome, welcome. As far as I could tell, the volume is chef's kiss, hopefully. Cool. So, welcome. This is HC speaking to himself. If this is the first time you run into this or somebody oddly sends it to you, you know, this is my own kind of venting space. This is where well, the people that do know me and the people that don't know me, one thing about me, I think a lot. I have a network of thoughts every 24 hours. Sometimes I get to unload, well, and sometimes I really don't. So it's time to unload, you know what I mean? And I think, why not have a little fun, right? Not too crazy, right? So welcome, like and subscribe, please. It helps out. Even if you don't like it, even if you just want to talk shit, just let them know we're out here. Before I go any further, make sure you check out the rest of the thing, man. Live and videos. I got it. We're making content out here. Sue me. But as you guys could tell, what I put in the title today, the end of an obsession, the end of an obsession. As I was organizing the space, right? Probably could be better, but it's okay. A work for now, a work for now. But I like it so far. Makes me feel comfortable, It makes me feel like I'm at home. You know what I mean? And as you can tell, I chose to do it standing up today because I'm a very fidgety person. You know what I mean? That's why you've seen the other prior streams. I have a lot of hand movement going on and whatnot. So when walking, it's a better way to handle the fidgetiness. So yeah, that'd be a good idea to walk, right? And as I was organizing the space, trying to get the lighting right, trying to get the mood right? Work with what I had as far as this space studio, because we do have the other set where we shoot music and copa pour over series. I did a great coffee last Friday. And that's where we try to master a pour over. So we'll see what's good. If you like coffee like I do and you're obsessed with coffee like as I am, that's what we're doing every Friday. Try and master the pour over different beans around the world, but from local roasters. Go check it out. Well, I'm still very proud of that episode. Nonetheless, still very proud. But the weather was acting up, and just where I have the studio. As soon as the weather, it's always a little weird with the internet. And it was great. And then I lost literally 20 minutes of the stream. So if you do watch it, thank you. It does cut off abnormally. It's usually how I end those episodes. I taste the coffee, I describe it, talk some shit as I'm drinking the coffee a little bit. But didn't get to do that. Nonetheless, it was a great coffee. The flavors were so good. I'm sure I'm still so far from actually realizing a true prover, but I'm doing okay, I would say. And I'll get better, but I did get the notes. It was from Sweet Bloom. The whole story's on there. Go check it out. So, as I was saying, as I was organizing the space, getting my mind together, try to make myself feel at home, or maybe develop another world nonetheless. Uh, the first part of the title kept playing in my head, the end of an obsession, the end of an obsession. And I tend to do that. I do that a lot. I fixate on when I find something, I fixate it in every aspect, a new song, a new idea, new concept, a new show, right? And even though that one's a little more, that doesn't happen often, right? But I fixate, right? And I was kind of how I think is hyper focus on that thing that seems to matter at that moment. As I kept repeating myself, the end of an obsession, the end of an obsession, the end of an obsession. You know what I mean? It just kept hitting the walls of my mind. Sometimes sometimes it gets too loud, and that's why you gotta do this and turn on the camera and shit. So we can let the voice free. I am enjoying myself. So I kept repeating it. I kept repeating it. I kept repeating the end of an obsession, the end of an obsession, because I find myself in that place very often. Because I obsess, I fixate, I understand it, I I, I use it until no more, right? And then I'll fixate on something else. And that moment when the obsession has ended, best way I can probably describe it or even try to get you to visualize it is what I imagine after a really good night of sleep, right? Because yes, the obsessions for me, as far as my management, my soul, my thinking, sessions can obviously become very dangerous, right? Just, some people just don't know those side of their brains. And shout out to those people. Get to know your brain. But me, for the reason that's kind of my expertise, if I dare to ever say that, about me, not the human mind, about my mind, what I got going on over here. Obviously, it will get better. I will learn new things, but as of right now, I fly the shit. I've always had, especially about me. But so my obsessions don't tend to become dangerous, right? Because even if they have at some point, I'm just not going to want to anymore. You know what I mean? But the best way I could really put it, not just by sleeping, it was just as I was like organizing, thinking of what looks good, looking back at the laptop, making sure the lighting was cool. You know what I mean? I looked down, and this outfit that I got on today, I had on last Friday, and whenever else I wore it again. Been wearing it a lot, right? And this outfit is an end of an obsession. Literally, this outfit is as today I started noticing more. And then when I start doing that, I'm like, oh, okay. It's time to go. It's time. This is now have become a uniform. And this, if you don't, you do know, I don't know if you catch any of the other episodes where I speak or when I share these things of myself. I like clothes, I like fashion. I'm not shy to say I don't give a fuck. That's another obsession of mine. It's just something I really enjoy ever since I was a child. Okay. So when you find the right pair of pants, right pair of shoes, especially a really good, simple but not simple jacket, you know what I mean? With a certain cut, certain look. And even the hat. I don't think I've worn any other hats besides this one and the one I got with this one when I got this hat, right? So when you get chosen to have that moment to organize the pieces together and lay them, and it's comfortable, makes you feel good, it looks good. For me, when it comes to like clothes, I do that a lot, right? In this outfit, as y'all can see, so I don't even know if y'all gonna be able to see. So let me see, let me go all the way back, go all the way back. I don't know if y'all can see or not, but some Croc boots that ever since I bought them are kind of my favorite shoe. That sounds crazy to say, but I wear them a lot. Let me see. Let me show you what I'm fucking with because I don't think I wear them a lot. You know, never thought I would be so obsessed over some Crocs, but I'm obsessed over these. I wear them a lot. They're mad dirty now, and they're comfortable. The little snow boots, but I use them for every day. Can't drive a manual car with them though. That's a fact. But Crocs, some Elwood pants. I think it's just the Target black tee. Alpha Industry World War II style liner jacket. This is really not a jacket. This is actually like the liner of the jacket of the pilots and the airmen. But obviously, they made it a jacket, stolen valor, right? And just the Yankee out of culture. But I've been wearing this outfit a lot. Like I just have. And when I start doing that and I start noticing, I start understanding that it's becoming a uniform. I am becoming too comfortable in it, where I'm not pushing myself to try something. And don't get me wrong, for rush days, rush weeks, especially during the work week, sometimes, the uniform works. It's simple, helps you get the day started right, I would say, right? But even then, I don't mind losing some of that for the next thing, the next fit, the next collective that give me this feeling to like walk in real time and be present in every environment that I appear. You know what I mean? And this, I'll probably wear it like one more time because I really do like it. Like to me, it's like the uniform fit as far as what I got going on in my world. I mean, good Elwood pants. I'll tell Elwood. I've recently, I'm not gonna front. Well, I would say two, but recently the designer, Elwood, the dude. Excuse me, I'm horrible with names, but look up Elwood and he's the founder or the creative director. Makes content too. I fuck with it. Fuck with him as a designer. As a designer, I'm gonna say right now, I fuck with it. I fuck with that idea he got going on, right? And the way he works and stuff like that. But anyways, so it's just, yeah, it's time to set the shit on fire. You know what I mean? It's time to because as good and as comfortable a uniform can be, that's kind of the same problem. You don't always want to be comfortable, right? Especially like when you really enjoy this, when you're in really like when this is not just clothes, this is pieces. You know what I mean? This is more than, covering your skin or your bones, right? Not gonna lie, still my favorite fit, but we gotta take it off, set it on fire, do a little dance, and move on for the next pieces that will give us this good matching. You know what I mean? And that's the best way I could probably, as far as me streaming and video and whatever. That's the best way. That's the best way how I can give you give you an idea when I say those type of words, the end of an obsession. Right? This is it. I my goal is no matter what, I probably will try not to wear the Croc boots for summer. But I said I was gonna stop for spring, and I can't. It's just like a good everyday joint. You know what I mean? But yeah, look, and I know whatever is next or whatever the combination I find, because it takes time. It takes time. A lot of people don't like to admit, but we put bad things together, especially people that, deem themselves into the shits. Put it that way, right? Even me. I'm like for the majority, most outfits are all bad. They just are. Because to me, how I know, well, for me, and how I like it in my my taste. Once I find something, like, well, I can't really say that because shit, I take care of it. It's just pretty, you know. But like me, I'll wear something. Like luckily, it's sturdy and stays together, so it's not like you can see a hole, right? But I wear my stuff. Like that's like my rule. Wear it, same to me, like you know what I mean? Like so I really put it. So the way I wear it to that max due to the fact the same obsession until, you know, everything has to come to an end to a certain degree. And yeah, I wanted to share that with you because that's what's literally been on my mind, That's what I've been thinking about. And 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 plus, I don't think I haven't dropped a short for the outfits in a while. But another reason why I came in here today, first, like I said, I have some fun, you know what I mean? Fuck around a little bit, especially if I get the studio to myself, especially after a long week. Let's be creative. Let's exercise that cope. I I do want to do more of that type of content, like for real. I'm just slowly finding my way, you know what I mean? Trying to see what works for me. And I guess this is a version of like a perspective of it, if so, right? Another reason is when I do these speak to myself, because I literally do speak to myself. Like I'm the person that I talk to the most. Like I am. I don't think I talk to anybody as much as I talk to myself. I'm, I think if you're a human, probably the same for you. You just don't notice it. You admit it, happens unconsciously, whatever the case may be. And then if you don't have an inner voice, I don't know, get a chip in your brain, develop an inner voice, find your soul. I don't know. I'm just fucking with you. But so I do literally do this. I've always done this. I've done this since I was a child. And if you go back to the episodes, you can catch a story over there. But the reason why I also wanted to kind of shift the environment, metamorphose it a little bit, you know what I mean? Because the best way I think, the best way I develop, the best way as I'm attempting to get an idea together, I need to walk. Walking is probably one of my secret weapons when it comes to creativity, when it comes to ideas, when it comes to understanding something better. Taking a brisk walk, and I'm sure a lot of people that, people love to run too, that runner's high. Walking gives me that enough where I'm inclined to allow my mind to be more, you know what I mean? To really understand what I'm really trying to do. And I thought about it, right? If I'm gonna really give you the reals of what this means is and why I even try to do this shit, this is what I do. I walk around, right? Sometimes the environment is control, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's control and it's not at the same time. But you work with what you got in the moment, right? Sometimes you gotta walk through a crowded park, zone out, right? And the way I think, the way I speak to myself, the way I bounce ideas off, I start really working on it is walking around. So I wanted to walk around today on cam. You know what I mean? And to be honest, like obviously I have mad photos. I love photos. That's probably I'm gonna have to have that conversation with myself about what was my first, what medium of art did I fall in love with first? Because I think about photos. It had to be photos. No, it had to. It had to. No, but I used to write even a lot as a little kid, especially in school. I would enjoy writing. Yeah, I would, yeah, I started writing early. No, 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 I would write too, but it would have to be photos because photos were accessible to me early on, especially in that era, late 90s, early 2000s, photo book and all that stuff, and big ass fucking, before 9/11, big ass fucking cameras and shit for video, right? Um, and my aunt, she still has them. She always makes sure, even my mom to a certain degree in her own way. they always make sure to take photos. Yeah, because even to this day, like on my birthday this year, my mom pulled out some photos, and I'm like, damn, I didn't even know those photos were being taken in that moment. You know what I mean? So yeah, so the first medium I really got my curiosity, or at least grabbed my attention. Yes, photos. Photos. Yeah, that was my first. And then writing was the second one as far as how I think I'm able to express myself. You know what I mean? Let me just check everything is good because I am in here by myself. But yeah, photos, photos, photos. I am shooting a lot more. I have been shooting. I can proudly say that. Like I'm shooting a lot of photos, right? So obviously, I'm not gonna put them out traditionally. It's just not what I do. If anything, this is the most you'll see as far as my side of things. So maybe I need to I need to start printing them out. I need to start hanging shit, and then take that one off. And yeah, I think we're gonna print them out. Just I'm not gonna post them like that. It's just no. But we're gonna print them out, canvas type style. Fuck around with some photos, right? Because I'm still obsessed. That I don't see. There's no ending to that obsession. It's a lifestyle. It's a uniform of life. Always gonna have some sort of camera in my hand, regardless of the after or why even I could see photos. And like I think I said this last, I'm always gonna do some version of this regardless of my age, right? It will look different, but I'm always gonna do some version of it, right? I don't be like, hopefully, if I choose to make it that far, be the 60-year-old guy with a cool little bandana on his neck, still with the Yankee hat, you know what I mean? Maybe some trousers, some shoe, I'm gonna be that guy. So I'm always gonna have some version of it. And photos is it's kind of that it's kind of that tool that due to that has to come with it, just like the writing does, right? And just like the video of it, just check out some videos. Go check out the coffee vlog. So I am taking a lot of photos. I'm very proud. I haven't stopped. I got a good momentum, getting some good stuff out. So I'm gonna print them and canvas this shit up. Think probably gonna redo some shit here, and maybe in the other room. About to build the secondary set that I want to have in the other studio where I shoot them using Copa. Um, but one thing I won't lie about is can't write. I think this has probably been the longest writer's block that I've had, and and I know it's been the longest because I don't feel it directly, but I feel it through other ways, through other means, right? But I do have little lines, I do have little structures of ideas or even stories, but I haven't written a piece in a really long time. I'm ashamed to admit that. That's crazy. It's been way too long, son. But I haven't stopped being creative, obviously. We're doing other things. You know, like I said, go check out the video. I'm trying to make movies. Got to A24, but need to write. Gotta write. I want to write two things this year. I really do. But yeah, it's just in it's almost not writer block because like I said, I do write. Like I do randomly put things together. I do, and I have them in my notes, in my little notes on my phone notes. And but just can't put it out. I don't think it's writer block. I just for whatever other reason, I just don't put it out, you know? So we're gonna do that though. We're gonna do that. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't think we have to go that long today. I really don't. I just wanted to see what's good. Clients, don't forget what I'm trying to do over here. Don't forget. Don't Don't think because you see other shit. Don't forget. Don't forget. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Make sure you sleep, drink some water, like good shit. I'm HT or Mr. Olives or Jesus, depending how well you know me or how close you can get to me. And I thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. Tell somebody we're out here tomorrow. I don't know what bean I'm making. I'm using Copa. But go check me out. I got a new bean for y'all, new episode, and it's not gonna cut off. We're gonna taste it together. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk our shit with a little coffee in our cup, right? Because I'm a coffee nerd. That's what I do. And thank you.